Okay, and these last two packages I'm going to incorporate into one video because it's from the same author, even though I don't believe they are, related to the same thing. They are from the same author. So, I told you that I would be replacing my Greenwich Tarot, which I did. So now, who was it? I think I'm sending these to Jack. So on my Yule video where I talked about decks thinking of Yule coming up, this is the Greenwich Tarot. Comes with a book and stuff, which I will find. I'm sure I have it. I'm sure it's down there with my tarot books, but I will send this to you, Jack, very soon. But I got my replacement deck, so you all know what that is. And then I got I have a lot of Ann Moura's books, but I did not have this one. And I finally just broke down and bought it new. I'm terrible because, I like to do my thrift books. But this book does not come up on the thrift books very much, which tells me that it's a really good book. You know what? Yeah. Okay. And, people usually keep it. So I got Tarot for the Greenwich, which is also by Ann Moura. Now, she must have done what do I want to say? I think the cards that are shown up on the front of this is the Sacred Circle deck, which I wanted until I saw Becca's review of it, and she hated it. And the more I looked at it, the more I'm like, I'm so glad she did that because I really wanted that deck. And then it's one of those things where I was like, yeah, I don't connect with that. Okay. But I am excited to have the book because she has her whole Greenwich series, which is such a good series, guys, really. All of which I bought off of thrift books. Not one of those did I buy new. Only this one. Okay. Just, now I should work for thrift books because I bet you I send a lot of people to them. But anyways, get a commission, right? So on the back it says, your direct line to the divine. Venture far beyond basic tarot readings with their memorized meanings to the true spirit of the word divination, communication with the divine. Written by lifelong practitioner of the craft and popular author of the Green Witchcraft series, the techniques presented in this book offer a unique way of working with the tarot that incorporates the tools and tenets of the witch's craft. Awesome. So specifically tarot for the Green Witch. Develop a personal method of reading the cards while learning to use any tarot deck for divination, pathworking, meditation, and spiritual reflection. Interpret card symbols, meanings, and layouts in a way that honors earth-based spirituality. And so that's where I am in my readings. I am really trying to connect the cards into a layout. When I do a spread, I'm trying to... Because my ADD brain, I'm like, okay, this card, what does this card mean? And I'm getting better, though, at connecting. Like, oh, look, you have this many cups up. And look, these cards together kind of mean this. And I'm getting a little better with that. So, learn elemental and numerological card associations that add depth and accuracy to your readings. Use your cards for daily advice readings and meditations. Calculate your life path and annual path cards to reveal your main strengths and lessons in life. Whether you choose to focus on advice readings to navigate life's lessons and challenges, pathworking through the major arcana to experience the archetypes represented by tarot images, or daily card meditation to calm your mind, you will forge a spiritual connection to your deck, to the archetypes of the tarot, and ultimately to the divine source of love and light. And our connections, guys, I don't know if you've been able to, the last 2 nights we've done our tarot series live, and our connections on these tarot series have been amazing. Amazing. I'm loving everyone working together, everyone looking at the cards and saying what they feel about them. We're getting so deep into each of these cards. I'm really excited about what we're doing with it. So keep it up, guys. I hope, as many people that can come. And I'm going to keep going with this series. I'm definitely going to, there's a couple other things I want to do. We have to start talking about Yule soon. know, I can't believe it's November. But we do have to start talking about Yule soon. And I do want to revisit shadow work a little bit because I usually don't even start shadow work till after Yule. But maybe we'll leave it alone, let people kind of work on it. We'll see. Anyways, I'm excited about this book because I have not had it yet. And it is the contents. Here's the contents page. It is set up like a tarot book for like a deck. So part 1 is getting started. Part 2 is the major arcana. Part 3 is the minor arcana associations. And then they go through Pentacle, Swords, Wands, Cups. Then they do spreads, Pentacle relationships, Swords relationships, Wands relationships, Cup relationships, major arcana relationships. So I really am interested in the second half of this book. Not that I'm not interested in the first, but oh, great. So she starts off, she uses several different decks. So if you look at, I just happened to flip to the Hermit card, which she is showing here, the Hermit card from the Nigel Jackson Tarot. And then kind of talks a little bit about the card. And then the Wheel of the Year, this one is the Robin Wood, I can tell. The Robin Wood Tarot. And talks about that one. So she's using several different decks to prove her point. Here's the Tower from the Witch's Tarot and the Devil from the Buckland Romani Tarot, which, oh my gosh, I've been looking for forever and ever. But they're all way too expensive. I keep hoping someday they'll come back out with that. That would be a great tarot to come back out with. The symbolism in that tarot is very good. And again, here's the Sun from the Sacred Circle Tarot, which I decided I don't want. And the Judgment card, which is called Harvest in the Buckland Romani. So great, 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 great. I love that she takes from several different decks. Then she goes through the minor cards and a page for each of the minor cards. And then she starts talking about these relationships. So like quick guide to pentacle pairings. That's awesome. So if you come up with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, that means strong commercial success and prosperity. And how cool if you think about the Ace of Swords being that thinking card. And the Pentacles being successful business. B. It is the B card. It's what you do. It's what you manifest. So if you're coming up with both the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, you have great prosperity. You're thinking along the lines of your business is right on. It's this great successful idea. And if you're just thinking of it, move ahead with it. And if you know, I can see these relationships are going to really get us thinking. So I'm liking it a lot, a lot. Yay. I can't believe I did an under 10-minute video. This is like a record for me, guys. Unbelievable. We will be doing a live on tarot again tonight because it's been going so well, and I'm just loving our tarot series. And I have a couple other stuff in the works to do. There's so many ideas in my head and just not enough time. If I could just quit my job and be independently wealthy, I would just do this all the time. Blessings, guys. I hope your Saturday's going great. Take some time for yourself. Breathe. Do something sparkly to make yourself feel a little better about the cold weather coming onto the inside. Blessings.